This is history. This is the future of home building.
Welcome to the GeoJourney series. Geoship is on the verge of breaking ground. We have been testing, prototyping, and third-party verifying our materials to ensure full regulatory approval. Here's a peek into what's been going on behind the scenes.
Welcome to our slice. This is a 1/14th slice of the Geoship dome, the AMA 1, which we're going to be building here in just a matter of weeks. We're going to break ground. And what we did here is we built a slice to test the maximum interactions of parts on this dome and ensure everything goes together really nicely.
So what you can see here, these are the hubs, which are the nodes that hold the struts. The struts are these beams that will support the structure connected. These are made of georock, which is a specific ratio of ingredients that make it super sturdy and hard, yet a lot lighter than cement.
So the strut and the hub act as the bones of the dome. Then we have the skin, which is the outside, which, like its name, is actually the skin of the dome. It's what protects the inside of the dome from elements, from rain, weather, all that sort of stuff.
So between the struts and the skins, you can see this red line here. We call it bond rock. Is again the same material in different ratios to make it malleable, and it will bond the crystalline structure between the skin and the struts to create a monolithic bond.
So why do we build this slice? We built it because, first of all, it's right next to our factory. So we don't have to go anywhere. We can iterate, make new pieces. It can come out here, we can test it, we can try again, we can bring them back out, and we can also have the design team come out and see the progress that we're making as we're building this. They can see what they're creating in CAD on the computer is taking shape in real life.
This slice really speaks to the rapid prototyping and testing that is really at the core of every startup that is about to, revolutionize and disrupt an industry. We're building this for the first time. So one of the key process to de-risking the business is to continuously test and make sure we solve all the problems right here in-house, so that when we go out and assemble these homes, we already know how to solve all those problems. And this will help us just make less and less mistakes and go quicker and more solid on our installment.
One of the things that arose through having the slice here was the importance of having everything completely plumb, because with our components at Geoship, we're casting everything. So everything has to be just completely dialed and clean for everything to line up properly. The margin of error we have is like real slim. We're trying to get it within just like a millimeter. So once those panels are lined up with each other, there won't be any high rises. You'll have a nice flush finish.
The skins with snow load aren't just meeting the requirements, they're exceeding those requirements. In order to handle some of the extreme snow loads that we see in the US, especially in Nevada County, we loaded up a skin, the exterior triangle of the dome, on some struts to simulate our largest and weakest panel at the high snow load. And that was 49 pounds per square foot, which is twice the recorded snow load at our site here in Nevada City. And this skin has a hole in the middle to simulate what HVAC ducts or penetrations might be in the skin. And this is our weakest situation with the highest snow load. And if this had cracked, it would have been considered a pass test, but instead this thing didn't crack. It held this all the way above the weight that we needed to handle.
This device is a kiln, basically, which is we are making our combustibility, non-combustibility test in it by putting samples into the furnace and fire it all the way up to 750 degrees C, which is around 1600 Fahrenheit. Until now, we made 1200 experiments on site, and we approved everything Either it will pass or not by ourselves. We don't send anything to any kind of approval site if we are not approved by ourselves.
We sent these samples away to then have certified by the state that GeoRock is in fact fireproof. And every single mix of GeoRock we have, like this shell rock, this bone rock, this bond rock, and this light rock, all pass with flying colors.
Look at this. These are parts that came out the line, past QC. We have 2 different levels of QC. Perfect, smooth finish, color, homogeneous everywhere. We're just about to finish stacking the last number, close this thing, and ship it out to our first building site.
Every test, every milestone has brought us to this turning point. This slice and the testing we completed are not just experiments. They're the groundwork for installing our very first dome. This is more than progress. It's a moment for our entire community to celebrate, because what we're doing together is historic. This is the inflection point where vision becomes reality and where we prove that Geoship is a viable solution for our housing future. We're taking the time to learn, refine, and improve everything about our domes with this first install so we can scale up what we're doing and bring these regenerative, climate-resilient solutions to the masses everywhere. This is the future of living, and it's happening now.